welcome to ComicsPriceGuide.com presents Tales from the Geek. I am Erin the Mechanic.
I'm B the Dova Queen.
I'm Mads.
And we got comics and news, and we're at Dragon's Lair, Comics and Fantasy in Austin, Texas. Still.
Always.
It's
never
sunny
left.
outside. We stay here in this exact same spot all the time.
This is where we live.
Yeah. I basically live
Sure
here.
she does, but... Comics first?
Yeah, comics first. Okay, so our first one is Darth Vader #1. You might be like, what? Wasn't there just a Darth Vader series that ended on number 25? And you would be right. But this is a different one, completely different creative team. It is not a follow-up to that one. That one takes place after 4. This one takes place right after 3. So it is... It's about
Darth Vader.
Yeah, it's about him. So he has just become Darth Vader, and he is trying to get a lightsaber. But to get a lightsaber, he has to take a Jedi's lightsaber and mark it with blood, as Palpatine would say. And
So Sithy.
so Sithy. So he, it's. I thought it was really good. I thought it was a really good opening issue, and
That's an interesting take, because I always kind of wondered, like, how do you go from being, like, good, and then you're turned into a Sith, but then now what?
Yeah, and he's like, in this, he's like, I don't know what to do, like I miss her, and like all this stuff, and then Palpatine's like, B, if you keep complaining, we're not going to be doing this, and I'm like,
Get
okay,
your stuff together, man.
shut up!
Slightly different than the canon of Knights of the Old Republic, but that's okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Our second one is Iceman #1. I really enjoyed this one, mostly because I love Iceman and I love the X-Men, but basically it's addressing that he, well, if you don't know, in 2013, the original 5 X-Men came from the 60s and into our time. So, in the all-new X-Men series, and they are still in our time, but they're stuck here. But in that series, Jean Grey is like, Bobby, you're gay. And he's like, what? Why did you read my thoughts like that? And she's like, oh, sorry.
That's my bad. Now we all know.
Now we all know Bobby's gay. So, it was this whole thing, like he had been repressing it for so long, and so then older Bobby, which this series, I'm sorry, I put that in your voice. Older Bobby, which this series is about older Bobby, that was younger Bobby, but younger Bobby, like, is like, hey Bobby, are you gay? And Bobby's like, oh my god, I've been repressing this for like 30 years, and
How did you know? Oh, wait.
we're the same person. So this series is about him seeing his younger self being so comfortable in being a hero and being gay and everything, and him realizing, like, I want to do the same thing for myself now. Aww. And it was really cute, and it also like addressed that because Pride Month.
Yeah, so good timing.
Pride Month. It also like addresses that yes, he was one of the original 5 X-Men. Yes, he is an Omega level mutant. Yes, he has fought every bad guy under the sun and won. So like he is much stronger than anyone gives him credit for, or even himself gives him credit for. So I really enjoyed it. I talked about it too long, but you know.
Never. It's never too long to talk about.
You can never talk
book.
about Bobby Drake too much.
Thumbs up.
Because he talks more than you do about anything. Okay, and our last one is Baby Teeth.
And I'm guessing it's not like baby teeth
Not
that you
actual.
lose.
No. It is basically about the girl who gives birth to a teenage girl who gives birth to the Antichrist.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's not these kind of baby teeth.
Yeah, and it was very interesting. It's written by Donny Cates, who is he has written a lot of really popular indie things lately, like God Country and Rednecks. Yeah. So he is getting his work on at Aftershock, making stories about teenage girls and Antichrist. So I thought it was really enjoyable, and I'm excited to go see where it goes.
So if you give birth to the Antichrist, I mean, you're just like, oh gosh, just kill it or try to keep it alive?
Well, she's like
she...
I've already read the second issue. Spoilers, but there's like a secret government. There's like a secret government program that's like, we kill the Antichrist, and so every time a new Antichrist is born, they kill it.
It's like Torchwood, but for like
Antichrist babies. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. So I'm excited to see
Rosemary's Baby.
On drugs.
On drugs.
So I'm excited to see where it goes.
Yes.
Do we have any other crazy honorable mentions?
Honorable mentions would be Image's new Divided States of Hysteria #1. the new GOT. But what does that stand for? What does GOT stand for? Game of Thrones.
I was like, Game of Thrones? Like, really?
New Game of Thrones Clash of Kings comic is coming out, #1. And then I saw another #1 that I can't remember, so we're just gonna pretend that didn't happen.
I like it.
Yes.
A lot of good honorable mentions.
Yeah.
Exciting week.
Exciting.
But do you want to go right into comic news? We can talk about pops.
Yes, let's get into
Everybody,
that.
get down.
Get down.
And then we're gonna pop.
Oh, got it. And get my.
So, straight into it. Who hasn't heard about Wonder Woman? It's all over the place. I loved it.
For a great
we
reason.
Loved it.
It was so good.
We enjoyed.
Almost cried like 50 times.
I
the
know,
fight
there were
scene
lots
at the,
of
or not the
moments.
fight scene, the training scene at the very beginning. I almost cried. So
I was very like the entire time. I was like, I'm sitting in the theater for a Wonder Woman movie. Like I just couldn't take it.
If you haven't seen it, go watch it.
Go watch it.
Comment down below and
It's so
stuff.
good.
Tell us what you thought.
Yeah, for the real reason. Yeah.
An actual one. Yes. So, Wonder Woman makes history as the highest grossing opener for a female director. Girl power.
Yeah.
So, way to go,
I like
Patty.
it.
Love ya.
Yeah.
Love you, Pats.
Killed it. So many good
so
metaphors.
Good. So good. Loved it. Loved it. And in commemoration of this wonderful, beautiful, historic movie, Funko Pop has come out with 4, just alone of Diana.
This is the one they
This
have left
is one.
here.
This is Diana Prince in her cute coat.
Love it. That's so adorable.
There's her in her regular Wonder Woman costume. This one, her blue dress, and then her training outfit from the very beginning. And then let's not forget
Hippolyta. She was my favorite part of the movie that wasn't Diana. I love you,
loved her.
Hippolyta.
Yeah.
You were stunting on me.
good,
Amazing. And then also Steve Trevor.
who is a hero in his own right.
Yeah. I
Woo!
love it.
And plus, I love Chris Pine.
Yes, that too.
He was very good.
It's very dreamy.
And, shows that humans can be super too.
Yeah,
You don't gotta have superpowers.
We can be super
Yeah.
too.
So
I
that
loved
was
it.
adorable. If you're here in Austin, come and buy yours here at Dragon's Lair.
Get
We
your
got
pop.
There
all
are
the ones
5
you can-
Dianas.
Are there 5?
Oh, what?
Yeah, because
That's
there's the one where she has a shield.
Oh, snap.
Well, she has the shield in the first one, but the other one where her shield is
Hey, so there's actually
differently.
5 now.
There's 5.
Damn.
Yeah.
Hot diggity dog.
So
Hot
even
dog,
more.
hot dog, hot diggity dog. Well, that was fun.
Okay, we popped that one.
Okay. So there's that. Go and check those out. They're available for purchase now. Also, happy 35th birthday to E.T.
And phone home.
home. So,
He is so old.
so he looks old. So I wonder. Oh yes, I'm sorry. Boop. So put on your hoodies, ride your bicycles today. If it's not a full moon, but
It's the only way to commemorate it. Put your best friend in your basket.
Yeah, your
your
dog.
tiny best friend.
Yeah. Oh, that's me.
It's Bernice.
All right, let's get a basket. Let's go.
Okay, let's
There's
go.
a bike
Okay.
shop like literally next
It's
door.
like really right next door.
We can do this. Woo. Okay.
Recreate.
Yes. And speaking of anniversaries,
Oh.
Star Wars, in order to commemorate the 40th anniversary, is coming out with a brand new pinball machine. This is no ordinary pinball machine, friends. This pinball machine includes LED lights and high definition screens on it that apparently have like special little scenes when something's triggered.
Love it.
I
That
love
sounds
that.
exciting.
I
Yeah.
love pinball so
Me
much.
too. Here in Austin, we have a chain called Pinballs.
I love that
and
place.
It's BYOB for some of them. Some
Yeah.
of them have bars, but you go and it's just a bunch of pinball machines.
They have like other games too. So like when I go with friends, a lot of times like let's play other games. I'm
Yeah.
there. I'm like I'll be in the pinball,
Pinball
area.
section.
I went there once, and I did have the highest score on the X-Files pinball for a while. Yeah, I'm
That's
really good at the
awesome.
X-Files pinball and only the X-Files
I'm
pinball.
so bad at it, but I try.
That's me, but I just love watching all the lights
Yeah,
go
the
and the
lights.
things
Yeah.
pop up and then
That's
the
so
balls
fun.
do different things.
Yes.
It's great.
So great. So if pinball is your thing, go ahead and go to sternpinball.com. They're going to have all of the new, I think there's 4 or 5 limited edition 40th anniversary pinball machines for Star Wars. So check that out. I'm excited.
Yeah, me too.
Hopefully
We
that
should get
shows
one
up
for the
at the-
store.
I know.
Dude.
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
so cool.
We already have the phone Deadpool, but he was too much.
Worth it.
I like him.
Totally worth it.
Yes. So there's that. And
Live
other
action
news-
Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm so excited.
live action Cowboy Bebop.
See a space cowboy.
Yes.
It makes me a little bit nervous. I think it's gonna go really well, but it just makes me nervous because I think it's gonna be either done like really, really well or like just miss the mark. So
Yeah.
I think they're respecting the spirit. There are only 26 episodes, so they're
Okay.
not milking this for money. I mean, they
Good.
might be, but it
Like
seems
American
like they're
Gods.
yeah, like American Gods. They're trying to at least keep it confined, and I like that. I mean, that's why I
Think
like
it's gonna be
anime,
good.
and I like that it has its time. They don't try and drag it on unless you're Bleach. Or
You ended and then you started
and then
again.
you just keep going.
like, but maybe we could make some more.
Let's make a fight scene.
Did you guys see the Fairy Tale friendly ending?
No, but I have a friend. Shout out to Stephanie who loves Fairy Tale, but I've seen the first.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've seen the first season. of it, I
finally
think.
ending.
Yeah. So,
Could be
Wow,
sad.
it's been a while.
It's been a long run. It's been a
long
good
run.
thing.
Okay.
but Cowboy Bebop. Let's see how that goes.
Yeah, I'm excited.
It's going to be directed by Chris Yost,
Yes.
who we were having a discussion earlier. We were like, he directed Thor. I think there's two different Chris Yost. And I was like, no, I think it's the same person. And he also is like X-23, like not the creator of X-23, but he has written her like the most.
Wow.
And he is a really good comic book writer. I really like his run
popping
on New X-Men with all the young X-Men. It was
Yeah.
really good.
Also directing all the Thor movies. So
Yeah,
this
actually,
guy,
that makes me feel really good about it. I bet
Yeah.
this is gonna turn out well then. 'Cause
yeah. I trust.
I like
him.
all the stuff that he's done.
I
so
think we
that's
mentioned him
promising.
before that he
Yeah.
was like writing the reboot for what was it? Maybe it was no, something.
Comment down below.
Whatever.
Comment down
No.
below.
If you
remember.
have
It was
an
like 2 weeks ago.
encyclopedic knowledge of our show,
Yeah,
Do
'cause I
it.
don't even
Comment.
remember.
'Cause I'd like to know because
Yeah.
he kicks some butt. And
Yeah.
also reboots are, if you got a good mind on it, it can be a good
Yeah,
thing.
for sure. So there's that. Look out for that. Also, Warner Brothers has just announced. I'm excited for this, except I'm way too old. But they're
Never.
announcing they're doing casting for teenage versions of Dumbledore, Grindelwald, Newt Scamander, and Leta Lestrange for the next Fantastic Beasts movie. So if you are between the ages of 13 and 18, go ahead and go to Pottermore. You can apply. You can actually be
in a Harry
my
Potter
God.
movie.
Yeah, so
I like that they're actually casting teenagers instead of like a 26-year-old who
Yeah.
kind of looks like
don't
a
believe
teenager.
this.
Yeah.
Don't believe
Don't
this.
do it.
Oh my
Don't
god,
do
they
this.
were all so old.
Awful.
That happens.
But yeah, so
Do it. Actual
Check that out.
teenagers. Yay!
Yeah, woo.
what
So
you're doing.
that's really sweet. Speaking of teenagers, sweet little Tom Holland, our future little Spider-Man,
love him.
so cute. He went to a LA hospital to meet with kids this past week. Pulled a Johnny Depp.
I love it. And
Dressed
so he's
as-
in costume.
Dressed as Spider-Man, yeah.
It was adorable, and there's a really great video of like him going up to a kid, and he's like, "Hey kid, you want to take a picture?" Blah, blah, blah. And the kid's like, "I don't know, I like Batman." and then he's like, "That's cool. I mean, I'm here though." And he just like kind of.
And Batman's not here.
The kid's like, "I guess you're cool," and then it's cute. It's
Oh my
cute.
god, I'm dying.
Yeah, that's so precious.
And that's such like a kid thing to do. Kids are
Oh, yeah.
so
Yeah.
blunt and honest.
they say that.
That's why I feel like if kids like you, you know you're a good person.
Yeah.
they're like
Kids don't
dogs.
like you, you're like, oh well, I'm not a great
Except
person.
some kids are just.
Mean, yeah.
Some kids are cats, some kids are dogs.
Yeah.
Accurate. Accurate. I was definitely probably a dog person. But
I love animals. I'm just like with all babies. I'm like, love me.
yeah, just
So-
do it.
That like Diana when she saw the baby.
Oh, yes.
A baby.
No, and I went and saw this movie with my BF, and he was like, he just like looked at me in that part, and I was like, I'm sorry, I like babies.
I'm sorry. I like
Wait,
babies.
is this
Right.
real? Sorry, I just read something.
Yes.
Breaking Bad might have a
Oh, I didn't say that. I didn't tell you. I'm
Game
so
at
sorry.
E3?
I'm
What?
sorry, guys. So E3,
Sorry, I'm
E3 is
freaking
this
out.
month.
Yeah.
Everybody knows.
Woo,
I know,
E3.
yeah.
June
Kingdom Hearts.
E3 month. Yay.
I thought there was going to be Kingdom Hearts news, but there's probably
no,
not.
no. Like we said, another 3 years on that one.
3-ish.
Ish. Thanks, Square Enix. Anyway, so there's a possible Breaking Bad VR game in the works.
Oh my
so it
gosh.
is actually Walter White's story. You're actually
Goodness.
possibly playing him. You get to see everything from his perspective.
So you get to learn how to cook meth.
Basically.
In real life.
Yeah. I'm sure there's a market for it.
Oh
so
my
that's
gosh.
pretty cool.
That sounds really exciting.
I think
That's
that's
really neat.
Yeah.
That's
That's
so fun.
terrifying too, because I'm thinking about like the show, and there were so many scary
If
things.
someone's
if I
shooting
was-
at me, yeah, if I'm tied to a chair and Gus is about to like box
Yeah.
cut someone to death,
If I'm driving an RV in my underwear, like,
Yeah.
what is going on?
I'm making meth in the first place? What the hell's going on?
I know.
Oh my gosh,
So,
that's insane. That's
we'll
cool.
see about E3. I'm sure in the next few weeks we're going to talk about E3 a lot more. So
Yeah.
I'm very excited. Always a great time of the year. So possible Suicide Squad. So new casting news. It's not official, but I'm excited.
I think it is. I think that's what he was hinting at.
I think that's what he was hinting at. So, casting news might be that news is Josh Gad might be playing the Penguin.
I love that.
Rumor alert.
Yeah.
But it's not really much of a rumor because he posted a picture of him holding a book with a huge penguin on it.
On his Twitter.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and then a lot
And
of
Jeff Johns was in it, and I was like,
Maybe he's narrating March of the Penguins now. You don't know.
Jeff Johns was also in the picture, but he was like a foot away
He was,
from
like,
everyone
away.
else.
Yeah.
I was like, Jeff.
So, I mean, I love Josh Gad. I think he's great. I loved him in Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
I loved him in Frozen. Yeah.
Olaf.
Olaf.
I didn't even realize that he was Olaf until you guys told me.
Yeah.
Which I loved Olaf, and I
Yeah.
also loved him in Beauty and the Beast, but,
Yeah.
you know, I just never tied it together.
Yeah.
Now
I've
it
been
did.
impaled.
Looks like I've been impaled.
So that's great. Also,
Ooh.
in DC Universe News, and I love Jason Momoa. What girl doesn't? Aquaman has been finalized to be released after Justice League and take place after Justice League. No prequel. This is supposedly going right after the events of Justice League. So stay tuned for that.
Awesome.
Fun little facts. Tales
Yes.
from the Geek. Our, favorite superhero is actually Aquaman. So there you go. Shout out to Aquaman.
Shout out to Aquaman.
Our favorite superhero.
Yeah.
My favorite superhero.
Tales from the Geek, it is.
Oh, okay.
Now. Just kidding.
Green Lantern's my favorite superhero.
Of all time.
Which one?
Well, like the Green Lantern universe is my favorite. My very favorite superhero is Star Sapphire. Well, she was a villain, but now she's a superhero.
Yeah.
I love you, Carol. If you're listening, Carol. If you're listening, Robert Venditti, please bring Carol back.
We're really just three fangirls. That's all we are.
Yep, ready.
Tales
Ready
from the
to
fangirls.
Basically, fangirl geeks.
Yeah.
That's all.
Okay, well, that's all the news we got. That was pretty long. We went a
That was
long
long.
time.
I had a lot of news.
We had a lot of
Sorry.
news and a lot of.
And I was going on about Iceman. It was a lot.
It's a good week.
Okay,
We'll
well.
catch you guys next week.
Bye,
Get ready for our
guys.
crazy rants. We're ready for you.
Yeah.
Hi guys, so as you may know, Wonder Woman came out this weekend and everyone is super excited, in case you missed the live video from Tales from the Geek, or you were living under a rock. I mean, there's some really nice rocks out there, don't get me wrong, like nice moss and everything, but in case you missed it, Wonder Woman came out this week and we went and saw it last night, and it was pretty good. So what I'm going to be doing today is actually making a headband for Wonder Woman from the newest version. If you've seen our pictures, our Instagrams from last night, you can see Evie has that headband on. So I'm going to be making another one with a little bit of a how-to on how I did it. This is going to be like a little bit of an experiment here because, first of all, I want to time myself and see how long it takes me to make it. And second of all, checking out how awesome it is to reuse some scraps and make something cool with all these little leftover odds and ends. So yeah, keep watching and hopefully you too can make your own Wonder Woman headband. Actually, first thing you're going to want to do is find a really good reference picture and zoom in really close so you can see all the different layers that's going on here. The other thing I noticed is it's not flat gold. There's a lot of, I don't know what it's called, but patina, I guess. Patina on the different sections of the headband. So if you want to see what I came up with for my pattern, this is split in a couple different pieces because since I'm using scraps, I needed good places to break everything, but at the same time making sure it's still very sturdy and isn't going to fall apart. So step one was, this is the bottommost piece that's going behind everything. I'm actually connecting this little center bit, and that's going to be that piece. It's not going to go all the way to the bottom. And then we're going to do, you have this little triangle in the center, and it's in 3 layers. So we get 3 layers for that, and then there's sort of a frame around it, and then there's another smaller band that looks like it also goes around. And then I will just put my star on top, and that's going to be, so if you look closely you can see that the star is the top layer as well as this frame. So I'm going to try to make it do that as I design it. Start taking my pieces, and I'm going to tape them onto my scraps and see what I can make. So I'm 23 minutes in, I have all my cutting done. What's up next is hot gluing everything together. So got my trusty hot glue gun, just gotta plug it in, let it get up to temperature, and then burn all the things. No, I'll just glue it together. Because all I'm using is 3mm foam, hot glue will definitely do the trick. Plug it in, plug it in. Okay, so my splits are, I'm at 36 minutes and I have everything glued together. So next up is going to be to paint this, and then I'll attach the band to the back to make it, wrap around. So it'll be actually a crown. Painting is probably going to be the worst because I'll have to paint the things, let them dry, paint the things, let them dry. I use acrylic, so it should dry pretty quick. Two coats of the gold to make it nice and very clear that it's gold and you don't have any of the foam showing through. And then I will take this wax and I'll take a Q-tip and use that with the wax, because the wax will basically ruin any paintbrush I use with it. So, let's get our gold on. Okay, so here's the skinny. I am 48 minutes in. Well, I was 48 minutes in, and then it was dinner time, so I made dinner and ate that. So I'm calling that like a break and not counting that towards my official time, because if I did, that's like another hour. But no, we're still at 48 minutes, going strong, and all I have left to do is add the patina, and then we will be good to go. Oh no, patina, and then the rest of the band, the strappy bits, and then Wonder Woman will be done. Okay, so I pulled up my reference picture again to understand where I need to add the patina. I got my Q-tips, and to paint. Okay, so final time clocked in at 1 hour 8 minutes. So that's pretty good for a very simple prop. So as you can see, I added the patina, and then I had a piece of leftover fabric that had a little bit of stretch to it, but that was still going to hold its shape. So that's what I attached in the back here, so that gives it just enough stretch to get around my head and make it a little bit more secure. What I did with my hair was a very simple, it's called a mohawk braid. Basically, I pull my bangs back and then I Dutch braid it down the back. And this is my little Wonder Woman inspired hair. I'm really hoping that they do a bunch of hair tutorials of the Amazons, because they had the most amazing braids going on, and I really want to do some of those. So yeah, this is my, as you can see, the braid covers most of that little band in the back. If I had my hair down and flowing free like Diana's was for most of the movie, or at least when she's not in the Amazon and she has it loose and flowing free, it would basically hide that strap. So yeah, thank you for tuning in, and hope to see you next week.